Garden. My name is Valerie, and today we're with Edson, and he's going to take us through a beautiful lounge, and he's going to tell us how wrought iron and teak complement this lounge. Edson is from an ethnic furniture company. Hello Edson, and welcome to the show.
Hello Valerie, how are you? I'm fine, and you?
Very well, thank you. So Edson, tell us, people would love to know, what is wrought iron?
Wrought iron, I'll first say it's a malleable material. It's iron. It's a material that is strong. It's a material that can be workable. You know, with wrought iron, you can easily design it to any shape. You can do contemporary design. You can do traditional design. You can elaborate it to any design in any shape you want. So this material, when you're making furniture, like when you're designing, you can easily come up with a design. Then you can put it into practice. You know, there are some designs there with other materials that you can't do with like what you are thinking of. But with wrought iron, you can turn it to make it round. You can do the ndoro designs. You can do the twirls. You can do anything. It's a malleable material. It's something that is strong. It's a material that is workable. So in this house, what we have done in wrought iron, we have done the side tables. We have side stools. We have got the magazine baskets. And we've got the fireplace screen. And we also have the curtain rails, the rods, the brackets, and the ends. These are the designs. They look traditional, but they have a contemporary touch. They have like a modern touch in them. So with wrought iron, what I like more about wrought iron is it's the material. You can finish it to any taste you want. You know, you can paint it. You can do an antique finish like the one which is in this house. You can paint it white. You can paint it red. You can paint it any color you want. So with the design, it matches with. If you want it to be traditional, you can leave it natural, you can leave it antique. But if you want it to be more modern, you can put colors. You know, like many people these days, they change the wrought iron furnitures that were used by their parents and they just paint them white. They become more modern. So it's a material that can do with anything that you want. But in this house, it looks artisan, like it's not more modern, but it has an artisan touch in it. So that's what we do more doing in wrought iron.
And how do you maintain this wrought iron? Is it easy to maintain?
Wrought iron, it's a very easy material to maintain. I would say with what you can do more is like keeping a good paintwork on the steel, on the wrought iron. If you just maintain the paintwork on the wrought iron and make sure that there is no rust, even if it's being rained on, even if you drop water on it, even if you do anything on it, you just have to maintain a good paintwork on it. But just like any other piece of furniture, you have to take care of the furniture by holding them nicely, not kicking them, not dropping them, even though it won't break. But the more you keep them safely, is the more lifetime they will have.
How is this wrought iron in this lounge blending in with the theme of the lounge?
The wrought iron now with the theme of the house, like in this house, we have got more wrought iron and teak. Like that's what we do mainly. The blending now, it comes with this teak we have here. And the wrought iron, they match more perfectly because one, I would say the two materials, they are very strong. Like it's a very good and like an added advantage to have wrought iron and teak in your house. They are very strong, they are durable, they last a lifetime. Two, I'll also say wrought iron and teak, they go hand in hand. As you can see from the designs that you have here, the color of the teak, the maturity and the antiqueness of the wrought iron, they match. So if you join these two things together, like if you can put the pieces in one room, they can give you your house like it's not a modern touch, but the touch can mix. It can mix to come to modern, and it also do like the traditional touch. Was the designs, like the designs that we mainly use, they were used like in the old days, the Tonga designs, the African designs, the Tapa designs. You can easily bend them with wrought iron. So the design of the teak furniture and the design of the wrought iron furniture, they go hand in hand as they give your house the classiness and the touch that is different. Like it's a unique finish. It's a unique touch. Yes.
I see there's a beautiful section where there's wrought iron. How did you create that section with all the creative decorative pieces that are there?
Like mainly, I'll give credit to the owners of this house, on this house, because they just give us a design. They give us a design of what they want. Then we can work on it. Then we discuss with the owners of the house and see if the design is workable. You know, like some designs you can't do them, so you have to agree on what is good and what is not good. So when we are working on these designs, like we do like a sketch of the design. Then we send the picture or call the client at a workshop. They will come and see the picture, or we will bring it here. They will come and see the piece. We put it on the place and see if it's nice, like the height, the size, the width, the length, everything. You know, when you're designing, you have to know the size. The size of the piece has to match with the size of the house. You don't have to do a big piece in a small house. You don't have to do a small piece in a big house. So we do the pieces, then we bring them here, we agree with the client, then we take them back to the workshop and we do the final touches.
Previously, you mentioned teak. What is teak?
Teak is like an indigenous tree. You know, teak it's sourced from Matabeleland North. You know, it's mostly on the Harare side there. So it's a material that is locally acquired. It's a strong material. It's a wood that is different from all other types of wood.
Can you tell us the different ways of maintaining teak?
The ways of maintaining teak, I'll separate them into two ways. I'll say there are passive ways and there are active ways. Like if you don't want to be more maintaining teak every day, like you don't have time every day, what you can do, one is to take the teak furniture away from direct sunlight or from highlights, like the big lights which have more watts. You can take the furniture away from that. Then also you can use placemats, but you mustn't use plastic mats for long. You know, if you put a plastic mat and you put something that is hot on top of it, the plastic can stick on the furniture and thereby it will damage the furniture. So those are the passive ways. But active ways, which I encourage many people to use, they are the ways of polishing, putting wax on the furniture. If you wax it, then you will see that nice sheen that will show the deepness of the teak. That is a clear view. That wax polish, then you buff it. After some time, then you rebuff it with a cloth which doesn't have the wax on it. Then you just shine it on top. If you can do that, maybe I'll say once in 2 weeks, you put the wax. Then every day you can put teak oil or muka oil, or you can put the sprays. Nowadays there are sprays. So if you can just maintain those things, I'll guarantee you that your furniture will mature more early and it will remain more shining every day.
Can you point out to us the different pieces of furniture that are in this lounge that are made up of teak?
Oh, in this lounge we have got a coffee table. The coffee table that we have here is not my design. Like I've been saying, we do more of custom design. You know, when you do more of custom design, you tend to know more things than when you're doing your own design. You'll be limiting yourself. So for us, we want to expand. We want to grow bigger. So we do more of custom design. Now with this design, it wasn't our design. The owners of this house, they just gave us the design. It was a picture. So they sent us this design. They said, we want this table, but the one we are seeing now is not made from hardwood. We are fond of hardwood. So we had to make this table in hardwood, change it from the design that it was made with the human-made boards. So this design now, it's a modern design, but with the way we made it with the teak, you know, the teak has characters, the teak has notes, the teak has stress cracks, just like any other indigenous tree. You know, some people, they'll say, I don't want to see these cracks on my furniture, I don't want to see these notes on my furniture, but I will say that if you make teak with only plain wood without stress cracks, it would look like you've made it from hardwood boards, from boards. Those are the boards that are man-made. So if you want to have the natural touch of the furniture, the natural, like the stress cracks, they show that this is an original piece of wood. So these stress cracks, they give value. They show a uniqueness of the furniture. So with this now, the design which was mainly before, like the design we copied from, it was made of boards. So it was just plain. You couldn't see any stress cracks. You couldn't see the difference of grains. You couldn't see the design. You couldn't see the dowels and stuff. So now, on this design of the coffee table, we ended up adding wrought iron on the handles. Like the first design, it had some modern handles, but we had to change and put the wrought iron handles. As I was saying before, wrought iron and teak, they go hand in hand. As both materials, they are strong, they are durable, and they last for a lifetime.
Well, thank you very much, Edson, for taking us through this beautiful lounge. Now we know a lot about wrought iron and teak, and we've learned that stress cracks make a table look very real. I didn't know that. Something very interesting. I think wrought iron is a very good investment for your home. back on our second segment, and we have Tafadza joining us. Now, Edson explained to us about wrought iron and teak and how it complements in this lounge. And now we are with Tafadza, and she's going to tell us the theme of her lounge. This is Tafadza's lounge, and we're so happy that she opened up her lounge to us. It's very beautiful. Hello, Tafadza, and welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. So, Tafadza, what is the overall theme of this lounge?
For the theme of my house, I went for a combination of contemporary and traditional theme. So you see, I love contemporary house decor, and my husband loves traditional house decor. As you can see, we've got this Maasai painting behind us from Kenya.
This type of floor is quite unique. Tell us more about it.
The floor is to complement the furniture that we have, the teak floor. That's why you see that it's got this wooden finishing on it. Yeah. And it also complements the color of the walls. We've got this natural tones, so it goes with the floor as well.
And your curtains, what inspired the color and the type of your curtains?
Like I've mentioned that with the walls and the floors, we went with the natural color tones. So the natural color tones are really nice because they're warm, and then they're comfortable, because this is a family home. So now we needed so but at times natural color tones can be a bit boring. So we had to look for like hints of red color. So as you can see, this couch is red and the curtains are red, and as you can see, some of the furniture, there's a little bit of red as well. So that's why I went with the red color, and it just pops out.
I see you have many entrances leading into this lounge. You have 3 wooden door entrances and also a glass door. Tell us about these entrances.
The wooden doors are complementing the teak furniture. So as you can see, what I really love about this lounge is that you have sort of like a 360-degree view of the whole yard, you see, and it brings in a lot of light.
Can you tell us about the lovely paintings we see in this lounge?
The paintings are traditional African paintings, and they're also complementing the furniture.
Also tell us about the photo section that we see with the lovely decorations on it.
The pieces, I personally picked those pieces because, like I say, that this house has got a combination of a traditional and contemporary theme. So these pieces are a combination of both. Like if you look at that tall lady, you see, I see that she is an African lady, and then she's got the silver and gold, which those colors are more contemporary to me.
Now you have very lovely sofas, and then you have one big red couch that stands out from the rest. Why is that?
The brown sofas, these are leather sofas. They complement the teak finisher that is in this room. But then now when it comes to like go back to our combined traditional and contemporary theme. So this sofa is more contemporary, and you know, most of the furniture in this house, they're more like natural colors, you see. So natural colors at times they can be a bit boring. So this sofa kind of like pops out.
Tafadza, I also see that the cushions are blending in very well with your couch. Tell us about your cushions.
Okay, the cushions, what I did was that I was trying to bring out all the color tones. So if you look at the cushions, you see that they are brown cushions, they are silver cushions, and they are red cushions. So these cushions, they've got all the tones in this room.
Can you tell us what inspired you to have such a rug in your home?
The rug, you know what, when I see some houses, or most people who do home decor, they usually like to put like a colorful rug, and the room is already bright and colorful with colorful cushions. So I wanted the rug to have the same color tone as the floor, so that it just flows in together.
Now Edson explained to us about wrought iron and teak, but can you tell us what made you choose wrought iron and teak furniture in your home?
The thing is that we really love hardwood. Me and my husband, we really love teak furniture, and Edson, he is very good at his work. So what we simply do is that, like I told you, that we are trying to bring in a traditional and a contemporary theme together. We look for contemporary ideas, and then he makes them in teak furniture. Because if you look at most of the furniture, like contemporary furniture, it's not made out of hardwood. It's really difficult to come across modern furniture with hardwood.
And how do you maintain this wrought iron on a daily basis in your home?
Yeah, it's very easy to maintain. And the beauty about hardwood is that it can go on and on for years with that. Like some of the furniture that we have had it since we got married. So all you do is that we just apply teak oil and that's it.
Your chandeliers are giving me a very vintage-like vibe. Can you tell us more about them?
Yeah, I wanted those huge, big chandeliers, and at the same time, this is a really big lounge, so you want a lot of light in it. Yeah, and the design of the lounge is a bit more, like you say, vintage and contemporary at the same time, and it's very stylish.
Thank you very much, Tafalda.
Thank you, Valerie.
So that was it for the second segment. Now we've learned a lot, from stress cracks to coming to choosing a theme for your lounge. It depends with the kind of style you have as an individual. Now moving on to the third segment, where Edson is going to take us through the dining room. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. We're now in our third and final segment, and we're in the dining room with Edson, who's going to take us through this beautiful lounge and tell us about wrought iron and teak once again. Hello Edson, welcome back.
Hello Valerie, how are you?
Fine, thank you. So Edson, what is the theme of this dining room?
Like the theme of this house is more the same like with what we saw in the lounge. Like in this dining room area, the theme of this house, it is more of a traditional touch and a contemporary finish, just to make it look modern, but with a traditional touch. So I would say that with the wrought iron and the teak that is in this house, and the vases, the candle stains, and the beautiful candles that are in this house, they give it a modern touch. And the paintings, the picture frames, the chandeliers, they give this dining room a modern touch. But what we can see more here in this house, with the teak, it is a traditional finish. Like if you can see on the teak, we have got the ndoro handles. They are traditional symbols of good luck. You know, in African people, they believe if you draw a ndoro design, it means good luck. It's a continuity of luck in the family. So that's the traditional touch that we have in this house, in this dining room area.
Can you tell us about wrought iron and teak? Which pieces are made out of wrought iron and teak in this dining room?
We have got the wall mirror that is made of wrought iron and teak. Like on the wall mirror, it's a design that has both teak and wrought iron on one piece. We have the side saver. The side saver, it has a combination of wrought iron and teak. The handles of the side saver, they were made from wrought iron. As I had said before, that wrought iron and teak, they go hand in hand, as both materials, they are both strong and durable. Like you wouldn't want handles that will fall off after some months. You want to replace handles, you end up not getting the exact handles as the other handles. You end up having a mixture of different types of handles and design. So if you put wrought iron, it will give you the handles that are strong. It will give you handles that are, it's not just putting a wrought iron piece there, but it's just putting a wrought iron that has a design, that has a meaning to the theme of the dining room. On the side saver also, I will also say the side saver is quite long. Like on the top part, it's quite long. You know, if you have a long space, it gives you enough space where you can put your vases, you can put your fruit bowls, you can put your candle stands, you can put any other mood objects, you know, like candles, you know, when you just look at them or when they are on, they just give the house a different scent, and it will make it a very unique environment. In this dining room also, we also have the dining table that we are sitting on here. The dining table that we're sitting on here is an 8-seater dining room table. It's called a Tonga table. You know, we just want to use names that are traditional, just to match with the theme of the house. The chairs, they're called Tonga. We also took the designs from the Tonga people, their chairs, the way they used to sit in. Then we just tried to take the traditional design and with the contemporary design, just to bring something that is classy, something that is unique. So that's what we did with the Tonga design the table here. If you can see on this table, you can see the difference with other types of furniture, like what the owners of this house want. Like the owner of this house, they are so fond of teak, they love teak. They love hardwood, not just thin hardwood, they love it to be bold. If you can look at the thickness of the tabletop, it's quite bold, it's quite big. You can't lift it to your yard. You need 4 or 5 people to lift just the table only. So it's quite bold. The boldness of the furniture makes the room look bigger. Even if it's narrow, even if it's small, if you put a bold furniture, it will increase the size of the room.
Can you tell us about the ornaments that are on the furniture?
I'll start with the candle stands. I also love candle stands. I love, here on the dining table, we've got these hippo candle stands. These are nice African arted. They are done here in Zimbabwe, locally made. We just buy this from people who are good at carving. We don't do the carving. What we just do is taking the nice carved design and we put a candle stand on top and we design it with a nice Ndoro design on top of it. Then it will make it different. Instead of this hippo just being an ornamental piece, it is now serving two purposes. It is now just an ornamental piece and a candle stand. Many people, they buy these hippos and just place them. It's just a hippo, but now it's just a hippo and a candle stand. So if your child doesn't know a hippo, you know a hippo from the candle stand. So if your child wants to use a candle stand, you use a candle stand from a hippo. So it's just the same. We also have candle stands, the figure candle stand. We call it the figure candle stand. It's an African design. That's a traditional design that we just take and we put it on the candle stand just to give the candle stand a different look and a different outlook.
There's a beautiful chandelier. What do you have to say about that?
The chandelier, as I was saying before, the chandelier, it has an African touch and also a contemporary touch. Why would I say so? If we can look at the chandelier, like the lampshade on the chandelier, it's more modern, it's not traditional. But if you look at the design of the wrought iron on the chandelier, it's traditional. You can see the Ndoro design. You can see the twiddy weedies. You can see the color, the outlook of the color. That is, I was saying before, like the color we did on the side table, that deep mahogany brownish color. It's very different. It's very unique, and it brings out the African touch in a more modern way.
Now, going back to wrought iron antique, there is a lot of duplicate wrought iron antique that is being sold on the market. How can one tell the difference between quality and fake?
I'll say I've come across many people who have been duped that this is teak furniture. Like someone can call you, come and repair my furniture, it's been cracking. When I go there, I'll just tell them, no, this is not teak furniture. But many people, they will just say, no, it's teak furniture. Then I'll ask them, why are you saying it's teak furniture? They tell me, lift it up. So many people have been duped because of the weight. Now you can't tell that this is teak furniture with the weight. Because we have got saligna. When it's wet, it's very heavy. We have got other hardwoods, we've got mahogany, we've got different wood, we've got panga, we've got other different types of hardwoods. So people, they will just use the weight as an advantage to people who don't know much about teak. So that's what I'm saying. This program is very good. It's very important to people who want to buy teak furniture. Why? Because if you want to buy teak furniture, you have to know more about the teak furniture before you buy it. Like people, as I was saying, people, they were cheated, one, with the weight of the furniture. And two, people are cheated with the coloring. Like someone can just take any other type of wood, then they can shade it to look like teak. Like many people, they don't believe that if you put a natural finish on the furniture, it's teak. They believe that teak is brown, teak is dark. So it's not that teak is dark. Teak becomes dark with maturity. Teak matures with time. So when you buy it, if I give you a natural finish, that natural finish with time, it will mature, it will become darker, darker and darker. But now people, they want it to be dark the same day you bring it in the house. So now people, they take advantage of that. They put it in a dark finish, they just stain it to be very dark. So when it's very dark and it's got that small weight, then when you lift it up, you say, yeah, I've got teak. But now the problem will come after 2 months or 3 months. You see the inherent of problems. You see the cracks on the joints. You start seeing warped tops. You start some different funny things. You start seeing dry rot and other stuff. So I'll say for people not to be told, they need to learn more about teak furniture. They need to know where this person is buying their teak. You can even ask them, where do you buy your teak? Is it kiln dried? And all of it, is it treated? You know, you have to know that because there are also wood borers that affect teak that is not treated. Like in this house, this furniture has been here for more than 4 years, but there is no any sign of a wood borer. Why? Because we use treated teak. We use kiln dried teak. So with the oils, as I was saying before, that teak has the natural ability or a natural content of oils inside it. So those oils, they help prevent the attack from the dry roads, from the wood borers and stuff. So if you want to buy teak furniture, know more about teak. They can ask us, they can call us, they can just ask us to contact us, and we can tell them more about teak furniture.
Thank you very much, Edson, for taking us through this dining room.
Okay, thank you very much for having me.
And that was it for the show. We enjoyed being in the lounge and now being in the dining room with Edson and also with Tafadzwa. We've learned different and interesting things, like how mood objects like candles can alter your mood and can help you feel a certain type of way if you have them in your home. And also the fact that monkey balls, and that is matamba, I'm sure most of you didn't know that's the name that they are called. We learned different things from Edson today and Tafadzwa as well. Till next time, stay tuned to the show. My name is Valerie.